jetzt werden wir alle gemeinsam etwas lernen. Denn wenn man an AdAlliance denkt, denkt man sofort an die Kollegen von hier aus 1500 Meter am Picasso-Platz. Aber wir sprechen jetzt über die RTL AdAlliance. Und das ist eine internationale Truppe. Und was genau der Unterschied ist und warum dieser Mann jetzt hier ist, aus Paris angereist, unser erster Speaker, das wird er jetzt selbst sagen, Senior Brand Director from RTL AdAlliance, Jean-Baptiste Moggio. Welcome on stage. Bonjour, monsieur. Comment allez-vous?
Très bien, merci Wolfram.
You came just from Paris?
I arrived from Paris yesterday evening, had a very good sleep.
By train?
By train.
All right.
And,
in time? In time?
In time. Well, 20 minutes late, but it doesn't count as late.
Was it a French train or a German train?
International one, Eurostar.
Eurostar, fantastic. You are a Eurostar because we have to explain the difference between AdAlliance and RTL AdAlliance. What is the difference?
Well, simply put, RTL AdAlliance is an international cousin of the German AdAlliance. What does it mean? It means that we are helping international advertisers, brands from France, Italy, but also the US or Asia, to advertise in Germany with the German AdAlliance. And we also do it the other way around, meaning that we are helping German advertisers advertise all across Europe with our media partners.
So we get from you the international, the full picture to start this day. But before we dive into that topic, we have a short clip to show what Jean-Baptiste is talking about.
Shall we?
In a world.
Oop. Yeah. Oop. No.
That's the one.
That's the one.
In a world overwhelmed by voices,
deeply inhumane.
the truth gets harder to find.
Fake news.
Fake news.
Who do you trust as a brand? Real journalism cuts through the noise.
Trust is a very central word in all you're doing. So let's talk about trust. What is the current state of people's trust in the media, and how do you see the development in the last years?
Well, that's something we heavily think about and research about, trust in media, but also trust in advertising that is placed next to this media. And what we do is that we perform research. It's the fourth year in a row we perform a research all around Europe in 14 European countries that we call the new life of the living room. And we ask questions about perception of media for Europeans. And the question here was, if you see a brand for the first time advertising next to these media, are you eager to trust it or not? And here we see a very clear difference. The trust in a brand that you see alongside traditional media is double the trust that you will have in a brand advertising close to social media, for example. And it's the second year in a row that we ask this question, and what we see that is very, very interesting is that the trust in traditional media is increasing steadily year on year. So even more trust in brands that advertise in traditional media now.
It's even increasing. That's great to hear. But what is the real TV and CTV consumption? Europe, the US, and Jean-Baptiste, what does television even mean to the respondents in your study?
I think consumption is always a very good question, especially when you compare US to Europe. Why? Because we know that in the media and advertising world, US is a trendsetter. So what is said in the US becomes kind of a perception in Europe. But the two markets are so different. And you asked me about the television consumption. In a long-term view, 25 years ago, the Americans, they were watching 4 hours and a half of TV every day. In Europe, it was much less. It was 3 hours and a half. Fast forward, 25 years after, right now, there's a steep decline in the US consumption of linear TV. It's 2 hours less than it used to be. If you compare it in Europe, yes, there's a decline, but it's less of a decline. It's barely half an hour. So what does it mean? Americans consume less linear, more streaming. In Europe, we consume a lot of streaming as well, but we are still consuming above 3 hours of television per day.
But also, if we look into your study, I found the point that many people feel overwhelmed by the enormous selection of content, of payment models, of platforms. How do people react to this overload?
Well, maybe before we get to that, one chart to explain what is happening on TV screens right now. Because with the connected TV screens, and Europeans, like 70% of them, are equipped with smart TV screens. So they can watch anything on the TV. Does that mean they feel like they watch TV? Not really. One question we ask is, okay, you're watching like user-generated content or influencer content on YouTube on your television set. Does it count as TV? Well, for 80% of Europeans, that doesn't count as TV. It's like social influencer-generated content. It's different for the US. So indeed, there are many options, but not all of them count as TV from the perspective of the viewers. And then, indeed, how do people feel with all this profusion of choice, of content that they can watch? Are they happy with it? Well, not always. The question we ask is, okay, if you watch video content for a long time on the following platform, how do you feel? And some people express, oh yeah, I'm hooked at the content, I'm scrolling, I'm watching, I'm hypnotized, but I'm not happy about it. I feel bad about watching so much. And you see, on broadcast VOD on linear TV, it's quite low. Around 20% of respondents say, I feel bad watching too much TV. Mm-hmm. Good for us. But when you go onto streaming, and even more onto YouTube, this figure is raising up to around 30%. And it's even more for the ones that consume even more YouTube, meaning the younger generations of people aged less than 34 years old. So yeah, people tend to regret spending too much time watching this profusion of content that they have.
The content hooks me, but I often regret wasting time on it, so it really stresses the people.
Yeah, indeed, too much choice and a feeling that you're not satisfied with what you watch. There was a very good concept, not developed by us, developed by Comcast, which is called satisfying reach. And right. Here we are not experiencing a satisfying reach situation, which of course will have an impact on advertising perception on these media.
So these are good news for TV. And if you want to know more about that, Jean-Baptiste is a very kind French gentleman, and he would like to share his results with you. All you have to do is take your mobile phone. This is the QR code to newlivingroom.tv, and there we can find what?
So we can find a very good summary of all the results for the question we asked for the New Life of the Living Room 4th edition. So it's a brochure that you can download online and get findings about video consumption, perception of advertising, trust, usage of connected TV, equipment in connected TV. Really, I think that's a basis for anyone that wants to advertise on TV and connected TV all across Europe.
Is it your first time at the DMEXCO?
It's my first time on stage at DMEXCO.
But you have been here several times.
I've been here several times.
What are you looking for in the next days?
Well, I have many people writing me on the DMEXCO app saying, oh, crazy, you're here, let's meet. So I really think that's a unique opportunity to network with, of course, my German contacts, but also people from all around my network in Europe. So I'm really looking forward to that. And also, I've looked at the program of conference, and I'm really looking forward to keynotes from Screenforce, from the AAB, for like a lot of exhibitors.
This is the main event, Jean-Baptiste, to stay here at the future TV stage. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Hope to see you again soon. And thank you so much. Directly coming from Paris, Jean-Baptiste, merci.
Merci beaucoup, Wolfram.
This is the reaction from a exhausted audience. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Over. Thank you.